Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this channel we will talk about the GraphQL and the .NET, how we can use the GraphQL with the .NET. Let's understand what we will cover in this GraphQL chapter. So here I am covering part 1. In the part 1 I will talk about the little bit about the GraphQL, what are the prerequisites and ingredients, what is the difference between the REST versus GraphQL, and what are the different powerful tools and libraries used for the GraphQL. So GraphQL is basically a query language, okay, that we apply on the APIs and can be manipulated as per need. It was early developed by the Facebook in 2012, and now it is hosted by the Linux Foundation. GraphQL is an open source. This is one more advantage. It is server-side runtime for your fulfilling the queries with existing data to improve the performance of your queries. So it is basically get exactly what you have asked for. So let's see what are the prerequisites. You just need a basic knowledge about the API. That's it for this GraphQL concept. And the ingredients, like you will need a code editor like a Visual Studio or Visual Code or any other code editor which you prefer for your .NET development. Also we need a .NET 5. We will come to this in the next session. Now let's understand what is the difference between the REST and the GraphQL. So REST is also a API which have a multiple endpoints. Like in example you can see I have two endpoints. One is getting all the order information. Second link is getting order information whose order ID is 10. In the right hand side we have a GraphQL query. We will have only a single endpoint. We will pass always a post request to this GraphQL endpoint, and here is a query structure what we will ask for. For the rest we can have get, post, put, delete, but for the GraphQL we have only post request body. So REST can be used when microservices, the object hierarchy is simple and basic queries. But in the GraphQL it is a real time. It can be used with the complex objects and queries. Why? Because we need a good performance. Now let's see what are the problems with a REST API. There are two main problems. One is overfetching, another is underfetching. What is overfetching? So in overfetching we have one endpoint, that is domain name, API and orders. So in this endpoint I am requesting order ID, order date, order total and products, but my requirement is given in the right hand side, that I need a product title, product description and total, product total, or say price of the product. So if you see in the array left hand side we have order ID, order date, total and list of product information in an array. But in the products array we are also fetching the other information like reviews, rating and in stock. In stock is logical, then it is fine, but rating and reviews are these two extra properties which is not required at this stage. Still, because of we have only one endpoint which has all the information, we are overfetching this information. So this is not relevant. This will consume your bandwidth. It looks simple, but for the huge request and for the large number of data it will definitely consume your bandwidth. So let's understand what is the solution for overfetching in a GraphQL, how it is resolved. So in the left hand side you can see the GraphQL query. This query says I need a order information like order ID, date, total, and I will need a product information, but I will just need a product name, description, price and in stock or out of stock. So on the request of this query I will get a response which is in the right hand side of this page. You can see we have received a limited number of product information what we have asked for in the left hand side. So in this way we can ask what we need. This will reduce a huge amount of bandwidth consumption for the larger number of the requests. Now what is underfetching? In the underfetching you can see my endpoint is asking for order information having record set number 1. So I am getting the order details, that order ID, order date, order total and product information. In the product information we have option of similar products. Okay, now I also need to get the similar product information. So what is happening in the REST API, it will have to again call a product of 12, product of 14. So these are extra requests we are making, which is not correct idea. So to overcome this problem we have a solution in GraphQL. So we have a solution for underfetching is that in the left hand side you can see a query is asking for order ID 1, requesting for order ID, order date, order total and a product. In the product it is asking for name, similar products. Okay, now in the right hand side you can see it is retrieving order ID, order date, product total, product information, name, leatherback and all the similar products you can see with the name, price information. So this is how you can reduce extra call which was made by a REST in the GraphQL. Now let's see what are the powerful tools and libraries used in the GraphQL. We have a hot chocolate. It removes the complexity from the GraphQL server. We will see when we work on the coding side. We have a GraphQL.net. It is just a GraphQL for .NET. We have a GraphEIQL, interactive in the browser ID for GraphQL. GraphQL Playground, it is also ID for the browser. We have Altair, we have Banana Cake Pop, we have a Strawberry Shake, and it is also a GraphQL client for .NET.